Ciao Juventini and welcome to my channel. It's official, Tudor has been sacked. From now on, Tudor won't be the next Juventus manager. What to say? Of course he paid the price of 8 games without a victory with 3 consecutive defeats. That's obvious. But it's his fault? Only his fault? Let's have a look what's happening in the past few days. And then let's reflect what Tudor has done. Definitely he was completely confused. The way Juventus played, the different module and tactics they approach, everything was wrong. But if we do a step back, we need to analyze a few things. First, there was some friction between him and the management and Comolli. During the market season, he asked for specific player. Nothing was given to him. Even Conte that was on top of his list, he took long time to agree and to purchase definitely. The classical one is Colomani. Tudor asked for Colomani and they give him someone else. Then he was completely confused how to put the team on the pitch. He started with a 3-4-2-1. That actually was the scheme we used in during the World Cup, FIFA World Cup, Club World Cup. And after that, he got a lot of criticism, a lot of push from his management to change, to put 3 midfield. And we thought with 3 midfielder went well, but it didn't work out. He got some push for the management to play all the new players that Comolli bought for him in order to increase their values. And again, he was forced to do it instead of play with the player he wanted. He wanted to keep Vlahovic. He believed in Vlahovic. Comolli told me Vlahovic is the past. Most rightly so, he has to use David. Nobody wanted David. If you look at David was purchased, but no team in Germany, Spain, or UK was after him. It was a free transfer. So how come Juventus bought it? He was a second-class player. He is a second-class player. He was a good striker in France, where beside PSG, everyone plays a different championship. But again, we need to define and reflect everything has happened in Juventus. Tudor made a mistake in the last few games, and of course he needs to be sacked. It's part of the game, it's part of the football game. If the team doesn't perform, the first to pay is the manager. But think properly, it's only Tudor's fault? First, Tudor needed a management to protect him. If you heard what Moggi said it's not Tudor's fault. Yes, Tudor is struggling. He needs someone. Comolli should have stepped into. Chiellini, Modesto, what the hell are we having so many fucking manager and directors if nobody goes and talks to the press and protect the manager where is needed? Was just needed that Tudor, when he was struggling, was shadowed by Chiellini. Chiellini was touching him on his hand and take a lot of questions. Oh, agreed. Who would take it, wouldn't take some questions. So again, Giuntoli before and now Comolli, big mistake. 2 people in the wrong place. About Tudor we'd already spoken. And what's about the players? These are the same players that have been there with Allegri. So if you look at the years, 3 years in Allegri was shit. Allegri didn't know how to play. Thiago Motta was an idiot. Thiago Motta was so complicated. Tudor doesn't know how to train. So we keep on changing manager, but who is the constant there? He's the player. There are fucking spoiled kids. They don't want to play. They play really well against Real because the game, the European visibility they can get. In Italy, they can't be bothered to play. That's completely wrong. In my opinion, and I can name Colpo Gobbo and Camillo De Michelis made a very amazing video. The 4 toxic players that need to leave. And you know who they are? Locatelli, Cambiasso, Gatti and Perin. 4 of them that were on the pitch against Lazio. What they do? They decide, okay, we play Juventus, so what we're gonna do? We are not going to play because we don't like this manager. Oh, the manager is not difficult. Oh, we're doing the best. We do what we can. We're working hard. Bullshit. These people are not capable, are not qualified for play for a top player. In fact, nobody, only Saudi Arabia requested Locatelli, and again, he didn't want to pay more than 25 million. So if all these players that were world-class players, the team would have really asked Juventus to hire them. So first, the players. We got strikers like Vlahovic, right to Juventus struggling. Comeners was a good player against in Atalanta, again he's struggling. Luis, he came to Juventus 1 year. No, he was an idiot. He couldn't play anything. He went back and now he plays very well. Something wrong with the environment. For me, everyone needs to be sacked. Everyone from Elkan, that is the first responsible, not be able to set up and manage a sport team. I mean, look what he's doing with Ferrari. He's destroying something that was getting better. Even Hamilton for Ferrari is not able to deliver and to drive a car. That's rubbish. And we're talking about one of the best drivers ever in Formula One. To Juventus, since he fired his cousin, he just played the game of owning and firing and just pretending and he's stabbed in the back. He's the president of the automobile consortium to become the president. He just want to arrive in power. He doesn't give a crap about anything else. In Juventus, we need management they know, they have the heart of Juventus. Same thing with Comolli. He came, I'm the one that look at the data, spend time a week with the player to understand how to live. How can he bought Zegrova? Zegrova is it's a broken player. Yes, but spend 2 weeks with the player to understand how they behave. He bought last day of the market, how he could have spent 2 weeks. The other striker, the Belgium striker, he isn't for second division striker. It's not from Juventus. No, he bought, instead of Colomani, he bought these 2 rubbish. And after that, he couldn't sell Vlahovic. He bought David, God knows, is a Canadian. Since when we have a Canadian striker? He wasn't able to buy 1 midfielder, 1 defender, a strong defender. Tudor asked 3 things. I need 1 striker, 1 midfielder, 1 defender. Nothing was given. Of course, he made a mistake. So, Comolli, Modesto, all this fucking French manager this is bringing, he doesn't have a director of football. He thinks he's God. He come, I can do the CEO, I can be a director of football, I can be this, I can be there. I'm sorry, dude. You haven't done great things in the UK. If you look your pedigree, you haven't done amazingly. You've done amazingly in France for 1 team. The rest you've been rubbish. Now you become the new God. They understand how Juventus play? No, you are completely useless. You don't stand up. You don't even dare to speak Italian. You don't stand up to protect the manager you appointed when you arrived. So it's disgusting. I'm really upset with everyone in Juventus. They should fire from Elkan to the last one, to the last player. Everyone, Cambiasso, the McKennie, Vlahovic, David, and whoever it is, Gatti. I would say only 3 or 4. Kalulu, and Thuram, Yildiz, Bremer, and De Micheli. Everyone else should Be fired, sacked, sold. We make a loss, we make a loss. At least finally we build from the beginning. Sarri used to say, Juventus, your team can be managed, can be trained. It was 100% true. It's 5 years we burn Allegri, Tudor, Motta, Pirlo, Sarri, despite winning a championship and everything he went through. And Sarri is not an idiot, he's someone that understands about football. Destroyed. Pirlo was a young, he won 1 cup, 2 cups, but again, fire. Allegri called back. Of course, we don't like Allegri. His team plays so badly. Despite that, 3 years, problems over problem. Despite his charisma and management, there were Locatelli and Gatti that didn't want to play. Gatti paid 3.5 million. Locatelli paid 3.5 million. Locatelli after Como, after Lazio, when they we need to work hard. We need to work hard. Show your attributes. Show that you are a man, that you can lead. Nobody. There is no leadership in this team. This team is completely fucked from the beginning until the end. It's completely bad. There is nothing left. And now they talk about Mancini, Spalletti. Who is the other one? Palladino. They are gonna eat him for breakfast. Palladino. One game, he will change. It will become like another Thiago Motta. I don't know. Mancini won't last because the player won't play. They say he hasn't been managing for a long time. Maybe Spalletti, but you know what? They need to take someone that manage this team until June. Look for a proper manager, the one they want. Fire everyone, including Common Lee. Hire a proper president, not this other muppet we have at the moment, and build everything from ground up. And maybe, fucking healthcare, leave it, sell it, sell that team. Sell this team to someone that really has passion. Has passion and wants to do good thing for Juventus. Don't keep it because it's another something you promised to your grandfather. He's just disgusted about what we've done. Ciao guys, I'm sorry. Forza Juve, always too upset today. Bye bye, ciao now.